jeans, please.
Oh, welcome back, everybody.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, Merry
We're back.
Christmas and Happy New Year.
2026 is here.
This is the first official episode of the new year.
It is. Episode number 27.
So thank you all for
Yeah.
following us on our journey through last year and
Made it
the
past
incredible
halfway
year
point.
of 2025
I know,
and
right?
starting fresh.
Starting fresh.
Yeah.
Sorry we missed a week.
Yeah.
Holidays were kind of busy and stuff, a lot of scheduling conflicts, but we
Yeah.
made it through and we're back.
Yeah, made it through all the crazy snowstorms, the holidays, survived the families and all the chaos that everybody
Yeah.
goes through each year, especially around this season.
Yeah.
But yeah, happy to be back.
Yes. Yes. And having had a week off, we've got a lot, I'm sure. I mean,
Yeah, I got plenty.
I'm sure you have a ton to talk about as well. So, so fire away. Get us started.
I know. I'm like, I don't know if I want to dive right into like the hot and heavy stuff or just kind of catch up and work our way into it.
We can do whatever you want.
Well, all right. You know what? Let's just go ahead and, yeah, I want to ease my way into it because I'm feeling
Okay.
good. And just want to
Okay.
catch up.
Cool.
So before we get into anything else, watched quite a few movies the last couple weeks, and I'm pretty sure you've probably watched a few
I've
since.
seen a few.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, the big three that I watched, well, holy shit, four actually.
Okay.
So, One Battle After Another, which that's probably the biggest one. Predator Badlands
Okay.
was awesome. Very, very fun movie.
Okay.
Begonia.
You watch Begonia.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh my
I
god.
wanna hear what your take
that
is
might have
on
been
that.
my favorite out of all of them
Oh,
too.
really?
Yeah, it was
Oh,
crazy.
okay.
And then Die My Love,
Okay.
which was also kind of flew under the radar. Didn't realize it was based off a book,
Okay.
but just to go over that one real quick, it's Robert Pattinson,
Yes.
Jennifer Lawrence.
Yes. Right. Right.
If you all know the book, I don't know the book that well, but essentially it's just like kind of low life white kind of trashy couple. They buy his dead uncle's house in the middle of the woods, and they're just super crazy, irresponsible. They like have this like kind of hateful relationship, and but they're like stuck together, and they have a child, and like they're just super irresponsible parents, and like their lives are crazy. She has like postpartum depression and all this stuff, and it's just a chaotic movie, kind of like just full of anxiety. Really good, really solid movie, and good performances from both of them. But Begonia is like, it's because if you've seen a Yorgos Lanthimos movie, they're always weird.
Did he do the Northman?
No, that was Frasier, I think, did that one.
Okay.
But no, this guy did. I think he did Poor Things,
Oh yeah.
and he did
That's right. Yeah.
the Killing of a Sacred Deer.
Yeah.
Another just weird movie.
Weird. Not. I mean, not bad.
Not bad, just
different.
he just does different
Yeah.
stuff, and the movie is a. Do you know anything about it?
Just saw the trailer. Something about this girl might be from another planet.
Yeah.
Something like that.
So if you guys want, I'll give you a real quick breakdown of it without spoiling anything. So Jesse Plemons and his cousin.
Jesse Plemons.
Yeah, Jesse Plemons is awesome. he always plays weird characters too.
I think remember him in Breaking Bad.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's so good. So he and his cousin are essentially like the crazy alien people. Like they're like 100% convinced you cannot tell them otherwise that
Aliens walk among us kind
Yes,
of thing. He's
yeah,
with those people.
exactly.
Okay.
And something happened with him and his mother when he was younger, and Emma Stone's character is head of this company that is like highly profile business person, has something to do with economics and all these things, and very well known. So like if she were to go missing, like it would be obvious.
Yeah. Okay.
Like kind of like what did they say? Essentially, if like the governor went missing, is like how important she is.
Okay.
And so they make this plan, and like he does all this crazy stuff and like telling his cousin they have to be castrated so they can't be seduced by this alien life form and all this stuff, and all these he like just feeds his cousin all this crazy information and like makes him believe all this stuff, and so they kidnap her like in broad daylight.
Because they think she's an alien?
He knows that she's an alien.
He's convinced that she's an alien,
Yes.
so they kidnap her. Okay.
So, and the trailer shows a lot of like essentially these two guys kidnap this woman, put her in their basement. They shave her head. They cover her in this like cream or something. It's supposed to like prevent something. I don't know. It's just like
It's like
crazy
wearing a
shit.
tinfoil
Like
hat kind of
yeah,
shit, right.
exactly.
Yeah.
And so, and they're like interrogating her, and like, of course, from the get go, she's like, what the fuck are you guys talking about? She's like, you're kidding, right? Like, this is a joke. And then the longer she interacts with them, she realizes, oh, they believe this. And then she feeds into it, and she's like, yes, you guys are right. I am an alien. Like, and then the whole time you're thinking like, oh, she's just playing them. Mm-hmm. And I'm not going to spoil it, but like,
so it's like one of those like you're not really sure what's happening. Like, is she playing? Is she not playing?
Right.
Right.
And to the point where she starts to make them, like she starts to tell them things, and they start believing her. And up until like the end of the movie, you don't know yet. And then I'm not going to spoil it, but by the end you'll know.
I'll
and
have to
it's
watch it. I'll
it's
have
a
to check it
solid weird movie.
I'll have to check it out.
Very mom probably wouldn't like it.
Probably not, but one thing I'm excited about is like literally just a little more than 60 days from now we get the Peaky Blinders movie.
Oh my god, I know.
But
Is it that soon?
yeah, March 20th.
Wow, that's close. Oh my gosh.
So one battle after another. I got a funny story to tell you about that.
Go ahead, shoot.
So, it's streaming on HBO, right? So I go, hey, I want to watch it. So we put it on. I didn't even. So let me just set the stage for how this develops. So it's like Friday night. We're watching, put the movie on, and we're I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 minutes into it, and there's a guy who's in the bottom, as you're looking at the TV, would be your bottom right, and he's doing sign language, right? And your mom goes, "What's up with the sign language, dude?" And I'm like, "What do you like? I don't know. Maybe it's like part of the movie, right?" She's like, She's like, "This drives me crazy." So apparently, this is a new thing.
Yeah.
I had no idea. I obviously
You watched it on Max?
I picked, I picked the ASL version. I didn't know. It was like, homepage comes up.
Yeah.
One battle, I click it, right? I don't.
Just happened to be on that option?
Yeah, evidently, yeah. She's like, no, that's like an option if you're, to do sign language.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, okay. Well,
crazy.
Unaware of that, but okay. So I'm like I'm like, nah, I don't know. Maybe it's just part of the movie. I mean, I don't know.
That's crazy. I can't believe that. I've never actually. I knew about it. I didn't see what it looked like.
Yeah, it's like a dude like doing like the sign language stuff in the corner of it, and you're going. And it's pretty distracting.
Oh, I'm sure it is
because you're trying to watch the movie.
It's almost like watching subtititles.
Yeah,
essentially.
And there's all this movement going on, in addition to what's going on the screen for the movie, and you're going. I don't know what it means. It's just part of the movie.
That's crazy.
I liked it. I thought that. I mean, it was different.
It was very different.
But I thought it was pretty good.
I
don't know if I would say it's like, I know why they hyped it up because it's Leo and
it's Paul Thomas Anderson.
Correct, and it's got Benicio del Toro, and it's like you got a couple of really heavy hitters in this, and I don't know if I would say it was the best.
It's not the movie of the year
that I saw in 2025, but I liked it.
That's what I mean. Like I think, and for PTA to be like, he's kind of been out of the spotlight for a long time.
Yeah.
And like for him to make a movie is a big deal. And then for him to finally make something that's kind of like in the mainstream audience almost was kind of a big deal. And then for Leo to be a lead. And so
I still think my favorite movie that I saw last year was Anemone.
Oh, yeah. So we haven't talked about it.
We didn't talk about it.
So those were the movies you watched.
I watched Anemone, and Train Dreams.
Oh, okay.
I love both of them.
Weren't they so good?
I loved them both.
Did you watch them by yourself?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna watch an M&A again.
I think I'm gonna buy that one. That was good.
Just damn, that was a good movie.
I
Just
mean,
like if anybody hasn't seen it, it's just like you described it as a slow burn, and that's exactly what it is until probably the last 30 minutes.
yeah.
I mean, it's not an action movie. There's not a lot of action,
No.
but just the raw emotion in that movie. Holy shit!
Daniel Day.
And Sean Bean, like,
Yeah.
he was really, really good.
Yeah, he was.
Like, and then getting his brother to talk about the story. And then when you know the story,
Yeah.
like not only what had happened to him, but like the family structure stuff, you're like, oh,
And then when they're going back and forth between him and then the mom talking to the son,
right,
just building up.
right. Because at first I had no idea, obviously you don't have any idea, and I don't want to ruin it for anybody, so I don't want to dive too deep in it. But the last scene, just awesome.
Yeah,
Like, you
so
see that
good.
you see the motorcycle, and I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, this is okay,
All right.
cool, all right, cool. I thought it was fantastic, like really a fantastic movie.
Top notch acting on a really small cast
Yep,
because there's what 4 or 5 people
it's
in
like
the
4
movie.
or 5 people in it. Yeah,
The settings pretty much stay the same,
yep,
and like the majority of the time you spend in the forest with him and his brother, like not just the dialogue that goes back and forth and the way that they just like even when like Daniel Day-Lewis is talking about shit for like 5 minutes. And that story's interesting because of the way he delivers it.
How about some of yeah.
Or like the war
storytelling.
stories.
The war stories, the story about the priest.
Yeah. God damn.
I'm like, whoa, okay. Well, it's like, because you're trying to understand, like, these guys, because his brother was in the military too. So it's
Right.
like, why are these guys so, like, on polar opposites, like, emotionally and
Yeah.
like their ability to adjust to the world?
Yeah.
And you're kind of like, I don't understand. Like, they both kind of went through the same shit, similar shit.
Yeah.
You find out later, not really.
Not
but,
really.
And then he tells that story about the priest experience, and I'm like, oh, okay, so that explains why he feels the way he does about some of the things that Sean Bean's, when he's praying and all that.
Yeah.
He's like, but yeah, I thought it was absolutely fantastic. And Train Dreams,
Also, just like a beautiful film.
yeah,
Like tragic, sad,
yeah.
lonely.
But then
know.
at the end, like there's this uplifting part at the end, like this
Sure.
rebirth, right? Like, so there's the big catastrophic fire.
Yep.
He loses everything. And then he meets this other person, and then
Who like also lost people.
who lost a person in her life. And it's kind of like this rebirth kind
It
of thing
is.
at the end, which I thought was really awesome, like really, really well done. Yeah, both of those movies were freaking awesome.
And I feel like those are 2 movies out of 2025 that aren't really going to get talked about as much.
I doubt it.
I mean, sure, like the cinephiles and like the indie like audience will probably
Sure.
take notice more, but
Sure.
mainstream wise, like it's just going to fly under everything else. And
Yeah, I mean, for us, you're a bigger movie buff than I am, but those 2 movies had 2 actors that I really like.
yeah,
So I'm drawn to that to watch that anyway,
Right.
because big Daniel Day-Lewis fan.
Yeah.
And Joel Edgerton. So I was like, yeah, I want to see him anyway.
absolutely phenomenal movies.
But yeah, they were great.
And like Train Dreams was a Netflix film
Yes,
too. Like,
right.
I can't even imagine if that got a theatrical release, like if it actually got the attention it deserved,
Yeah.
And like
Yeah.
we might be in a time where Netflix may eventually be releasing more movies in the theaters for a limited time, but
I think that's the plan with Innocent Man.
oh, okay.
I believe it's going to be like for a week theater release, a week before being available on Netflix.
Okay. And I saw because I did watch it, but Knives Out, Wake Up Dead Man also got a theater release.
Oh, did it?
Very
Okay.
limited. Obviously, not many theaters. Like
Yeah.
pretty like I'm sure it was major cities and stuff. But
Right.
that movie was good too.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one yet.
Yeah.
Trying to convince your mom that we should
Watch those?
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
Not having any luck yet. So, but yeah,
Oh, and I finished Mayor of Kingstown.
I'm gonna say that season 4, and I just for everybody who may or may be a fan, has been renewed for season 5. It will be the final season.
Yep.
But season 4, I think, was my favorite of all of them.
I think
I really
I agree
that
with
was
you.
a great season.
I think the show being a Paramount show, like, you know, those shows either hit or miss pretty quickly, like 1 or 2 seasons in. And I think story wise and character wise, like, it's gotten better each season.
Yeah.
And this one, I agree, is probably the best as far as like Mike's story, where everything is at with like Bunny's gang and Franklin and Kyle and just everything that's happening. And like, when you think about how short the seasons are, how much happened in this season alone.
Oh, they didn't waste any time.
No.
You're like a minute into the first episode of the season, and it's like, oh, shit's going down.
And like coming off of the last season, they left all of those storylines pretty open
Yep.
for things to happen. Like Kyle shot, what's his name? I forget his name. And
Robert.
Robert. So you already know he's dealing with that in the next season. And then you got that one prison guard who's obviously got a history, and that girl is working at the prison, and it's like, you already know he's bad news, which we see what happens with him by the end.
Yep.
And it's 100 miles an hour every episode.
Yep.
And that last episode blew me away.
Yeah, it was good. I mean, it was really, really good.
And honestly, if the show ended there, I'd be fine.
I honestly would be too. Truly. I mean, you get Edie Falco coming in there as this new warden. And so it's like, so now Mike's got more work to do. And, you know, he is the mayor, and he really doesn't have to work hard to get people on his side, because he does a really great job of like playing both sides against the middle all the time.
I mean, he does it with Franklin up until the last minute.
Yeah, I mean, he plays Bunny all the time. Bunny, but he protects Bunny too.
Yeah.
You know, he sets him up and then he bails him out, kind of thing. It's just this weird dynamic that they have. But so he had to work pretty hard to get her to realize that, like, I know what the hell's going on around here. I know what's going on inside these walls and outside these walls.
And he's been on both sides.
You might want to listen to what I'm telling you. And she's kind of like not going along with it for a while. And then the cartel shows up, and it's like, oh shit.
And like, she shows up, and the prison still goes to shit.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's out of her control, you know?
Well, I think that was kind of the message of the whole thing. It's like the quote unquote authority figures don't have any authority.
Yeah.
It's all these gangs are the ones that are managing everything inside and outside.
Yeah. I listen.
The cops can't do shit.
No, they can't.
You know, I mean,
they can't.
The prison guards can't do shit. You know.
I don't know if you guys are into anything like this, but I found this YouTube channel called Good Night Sleep.
Why? This sounds familiar.
So I've been because of my work schedule, I've been having a hard time like falling asleep.
Okay.
And I usually watch TV. But I found this channel, and it's this guy who essentially just tells stories of pretty much anything you could think of for about an hour or two. And then it just plays like this really soft ambient sleep music afterwards for like 8 hours.
Oh.
They're like 8-hour videos, but the first couple hours is him actually like, it's not really ASMR, but it's like he's quietly talking, and then in some things he actually does voices, and like he did one on the Odyssey, like he did he's done like Tolkien lore, all that kind of stuff. But I've been listening to this series he did, and it's called like Gotham Radio. So it's like essentially like a news reporter, like radio guy in the city of Gotham, like doing like radio interviews, like if he were in that world.
Wow.
And I listened to this one the other night, and it puts me to sleep. It's so relaxing, but it's also interesting if you're into that kind of stuff. Yeah. And this kind of goes off of what you said. He was inside Arkham Asylum, interviewing all of like the big baddies of like the Batman universe, interviewing like the Riddler, Two-Face, Mr. Freeze, the Joker. And there's a 3-part series, and like essentially by the time he interviews the Joker essentially takes control of the entire prison and captures him, and like and all, and this is all audio, like, in your mind, it makes you use your imagination, and he even says like, after getting out of there, it makes me believe that even the police and people in charge can't protect us.
Right.
And it made me think of that, but it's really cool.
I may have talked about this before on here, but I, as a kid, I used to like turn the radio on at night.
Yeah.
I'd either listen to a baseball game, or there was a station that played like the old radio shows, like before my time, from like the 50s and stuff.
Okay.
Like pre-TV, like The Shadow, Lone Ranger.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Stuff like that. They would play like it at night, like starting at like 8 o'clock or whatever. They would play these old radio shows. So I'd listen to those or a baseball game, and I was like, that's
awesome.
what it reminds me of. Like I used to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what this is. Like, it essentially gives you that feeling, especially some of the stuff that's like taking place in like the 1950s or whatever.
Yeah.
And they make you feel like you're in that time period.
Yeah.
And like it's got old radio static and the music, like old jazz piano and stuff. It's so cool.
That is cool.
He's got like hundreds of videos though. And like anything that you can think of, he's probably done. And it's pretty
cool.
awesome.
Yeah.
But so that's what I've been doing lately.
Awesome.
So I wanted to get into some stories,
Okay.
some funny ones.
Okay.
So 2 of them have to do with gas stations.
Okay.
First one is, you've heard this one before, but I think our audience will find it kind of amusing. So back in like 2016, 2017, I was in a heavy metal band called Adora from Youngstown, Ohio. And we had the opportunity a couple times to actually do a couple small tours around the country. And so we did a Northeast tour, super awesome, all the way up into New York, all that kind of stuff. And then we did a Southern tour where we went to Georgia, Alabama, Florida, just east of Texas, like right on the border. But the story goes, we played a show in Panama City. Okay.
Yeah.
Not a very nice part of Panama either. Like,
Okay. That's a wild part of
Florida. Yeah, it is. We ate at we had a day off at one point when we were down there, and we ate at Dick's Last Resort.
Oh, yeah.
If you guys have ever heard of it,
That's an experience.
yeah, where they'll make these hats for you and they'll like write a name on there.
Yeah.
They'll
They're
just
assholes
dicks to you the
Yeah,
whole time
yeah.
because that's the point.
Yeah, right.
It's the whole gimmick.
Yeah.
Super fun though. Like the food was really good. But anyway, so our next show is up in, I think it was just north of Birmingham after that. So we're leaving Panama, and I think we were at a TA truck stop. We slept at a TA, like we were in the truck parking. And then we also decided to get showers while we were there because, like, why not? Sleeping in a van all week. And so we get some showers, and it's pretty late at night, and I'm not a night driver, and neither was Sean at the time. So we would sleep, and Tyler and Billy would drive at night, and then we'd switch in the morning. So Sean and I were in the back of the van. We're getting gas. Tyler's pumping gas. I think Billy was in the driver's seat. Tyler went in to grab cigarettes or something. And so Sean wasn't feeling good. He actually got a little cold after that show in Florida. So he was in the back sleeping. He was on medicine. Like, he was passed out. So I got out. Since Tyler went to go get cigarettes, I'm like, I'm going to go to the bathroom real fast. So I run in. I just hop out. I'm in my slippers, a coat, and because it was still middle of winter. It was still kind of cold, even down there. And so I run inside, and I go to the bathroom, and I come out, and they're fucking gone. They're gone, man. And, of course, because it's the middle of the night, and I hopped out to take a piss, I don't have my phone. I don't have my wallet. I don't have shit except the clothes on my back.
And you're in Alabama.
And I'm in, basically,
Alabama.
between Florida and Alabama.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nowhere. And as we all know, the more time goes by, we start to, with technology, we don't really memorize phone numbers anymore. Especially like our friends and stuff. Like maybe your mom or your sister or your wife or whatever. But so I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, what do I do? So I go up to the teller at the counter and I was like, hey, can I use your phone? It's an emergency. My friends left me. And I probably look like a crackhead because
She's
it's
probably like, dude, this
Yeah.
fucking tweaker.
Yeah,
coming
right?
in here. Want to use my phone?
So she's like, I can't let you use the phone. And I was like, can I use your phone? Like, I'm like, I just need to contact my friends so they can come back and pick me up. They were just here fueling up.
She's probably just like,
Yeah. So she luckily handed me her phone. I logged into my Facebook account on her phone, went into the messenger part of the app, sent Billy, Tyler, and Sean all a message. Hey, you left me here.
There's only 4 of you.
That's what I'm
Like,
saying, man.
How do you not? I mean, it's not like Home Alone.
No.
Where there's 13 kids in a van.
No. And you know what's messed up before all this happened? A few days before this show, I was in the hospital in Florida with a kidney stone.
God,
This tour was shit. It was terrible.
wow.
So, yeah, to cycle back a little bit, I had a kidney stone the one day we woke up. We were in a Walmart parking lot. Woke up, pain hit me immediately.
Ugh.
I'm sweating bullets. I'm in pain. The flank pain's killing me. I go to Walmart, go to the bathroom, bought some medicine, whatever. Tried to go to urgent care. They thought I was high or something because they're like, this kid just wants drugs. While I'm in pain,
Yeah.
they think I'm having withdrawals or something.
Yeah.
So I told Billy, I was like, well, we got to go to the ER. I don't know what else to do. So, and we had a show that night. And he's like, well, we could always cancel. We'll just tell the other touring bands that we're not going to make this one. So I'm in the ER. I got fluids and all that stuff. They're like, yeah, you have a kidney stone, blah, blah, blah. This wasn't the first time.
You're like, yeah, I know.
Yeah. So they gave me some morphine, all that stuff. They hooked me up with some, I think it was Vicodin or something. And we got on the road, and a couple hours later, I was like, I'm good. Let's do it. So we played a show that night. And then, of course, 2 days later, I get left at the truck stop. So now we're back to the truck stop. So this doesn't sound real. But,
Oh God.
so finally I get an answer from Billy. He's like, oh my God, we're on our way. And they pull in, and they are all like, dude, we're so fucking sorry. Oh my God, and like Tyler was beating himself up over this. Billy was like, I just don't know how the fuck we left you here. Like,
Right. Exactly. You're
and
like, I was thinking the same thing.
Sean was pissed because he was asleep and he was sick.
Yeah.
So I can't blame him for any of it.
Yeah.
He's like, how did you guys leave him here? Like, I don't understand.
That's great.
I was kind of pissed for a little bit.
I mean,
I got over it.
I'm sure initially, like the first minute is like that when you realize you don't have your phone.
Yeah.
So there's that panic mode
Sure.
of like, now what do I do? I'm standing at this truck stop. It's the middle of the night. I don't have any way to contact these guys.
Right.
Because you can't find a payphone anymore.
No payphones even then.
So yeah.
So, and then of course, we get to the next show. The band Denialist is there. The other guys, all the guys we've been touring with this whole time. They're like, oh, what's up? And they're like, yeah, we left Jordan at a truck stop last night. And it was just a running joke the rest of the tour. And everyone's like, hey, don't forget Jordan. So that was, I think that was my last experience on tour was that before we came home.
Wow.
It was wild.
Man, oh man. That is something.
The only other one I wanted to tell was this happened today.
Oh.
This lady's at one of the pumps fueling up. And we're the what do you call them? I can't remember the name of the company. The guys that come and pick up the deposits. They're in the box truck with like
Oh yeah, like the Brinks guys.
the Brinks guys. Yeah, they're there picking up money and stuff and talking to them, and just hear this loud noise. Thing up on the computer pops up. This lady's driving away with her fucking pump from the
with the hose.
So the hose, the breakaway
hose.
came loose because she pulled it. Sitting in her car fueling, drives down the road. It's clanking out of the parking lot, and I'm just like, we're all just standing there like, oh shit. She just flies out. She's gone.
Did she come back?
Well, eventually, yeah. So the funny thing is, this is the whole day. We finally get a phone call at like 2:00. She's like, yeah, I drove away with one of your pumps earlier today. And we're like, yeah, we know. Are you going to bring it back? And like, luckily, our maintenance guy was there today replacing some of the hoses in the soda machine. And Cameron's like, yeah, so we got a pump that needs fixed too. We have the lady bringing the hose back if you can repair it. So she not only does she called and let us know. She's like, yeah, I drove it all the way to my church and didn't even realize it. And we're just like, how the hell
do you not?
First of all, how did you not know that you had it? Because one, it's hanging out of your car.
Right. Dragging
on the road.
Right.
A cop didn't pull you over. Nobody tried to
Nobody
flag
said,
you down.
Hey, you got a hose sticking out of your...
And I don't know how common this is. I don't know if this happens often. But, I mean, the breakaway's there for a reason. It's for that reason.
Yeah.
For people.
Definitely a good thing to have that.
But not only did she bring it back, but she left it at a different pump and didn't come tell us.
Oh, she just like drove up and just like threw it on
Threw
the
it out
ground
and
just left.
So he walks out there and he's like, well, it's not out there. And then I was out moving trash and doing a safety walk, and the fuel guy was there putting fuel in the thing. And I found it over on the last one, and I'm like, it's just over here. She just obviously just dropped it and left. She's probably too embarrassed, honestly.
I mean, that's fair. I would be too.
Yeah.
I got to admit, I would be a little embarrassed.
But as wild as that is, I think it kind of falls into that category of what we talked about a couple episodes ago about like kids leaving their, or parents leaving their kids in the car.
Yeah.
It's that like psychological glitch where like you're doing something and you just forget.
You just have
it's
like
just gone.
A moment that like the synapse like breaks and you don't remember what you were doing, and you just hop in your car and just take off.
And that's why they say you should never fuel and sit in your car.
Yeah.
Because that's obviously what she did.
Probably on her phone or something.
Yeah, forgot she was pumping fuel, turned it on and left.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, that's like what happens though. Like,
yeah.
And I'm sure that's exactly what happened to her.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. Yeah. Oh my God. That's insane.
It's wild.
Speaking of wild shit, I mean, this isn't a wild story. It's just I just want to talk about it because it's one of those things that your mom and I, we go out at least once a week. You know, we like to go to breweries.
Yeah. And
so last Friday we went to one and I'm not going to name names because it's a good brewery, and so I'm not trying to throw anybody under the bus or try to make anything negative towards them. But I don't understand this whole thing of people taking their dogs every fucking place they go.
I know.
I don't understand that. Like,
the dog doesn't want to be there.
No.
Most of the time.
Most of the time they don't. The dog doesn't want to be there. I've been in places where I've seen a person put a dog on a table.
Oh my God.
Put a dog on a bar.
That doesn't seem right.
No, I don't want your dog's ass on a table or on the bar. We know where no, we're good. Thanks. And
I don't want to get pink eye
or God, something
what
worse.
else?
And then it's like you see people driving and have the little dog like on their lap. Like, how is that how's that legal?
It's not safe.
I can't have a phone in my fucking hand, but I can have a dog on my lap.
Yeah, and like those little dogs, I've seen them where they're like not only on the lap, but they're like up in the doorway.
Oh yeah,
like standing
they got their,
in front of the mirror.
Yeah, they got their paws up on the door handle, sticking their head out the window. You can't see your side mirror. Dog, like I don't know what we're doing. I
think that's a whole other level of being attached to your pet.
I just don't get it. I don't understand it. I mean, and Abby has 3 dogs, and she absolutely refuses to do that. Will not take them out
unless she has to.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Which doesn't happen often.
No, like just one thing to take them, you got to take them to the vet or something. But
right.
It's like I saw we were at this place. There was this group of. There was 2 couples. They were there, and there was 1 child, but there were 3 dogs between these 2 couples, and they were like 30-pound dogs. These were good, big dogs.
God.
And then one of them, I don't know, somebody didn't smell right or something, and there was barking going on.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm like, no, come on, can't do that. I just don't understand it.
Yeah, and it's like, you know, that's where people kind of take advantage of like the service dog, the service animal thing, and people are like, oh, it's my emotional support animal or whatever. I know. I don't get it. Like, to an extent, I understand it. Like, if you're in the grocery store and it is literally like an old person or like a veteran or someone that needs to have that, I totally get that.
No, I have no issues with that.
No. But like you said, at a restaurant or a bar, like you just, or like even out at the Cove.
Yeah.
You know, people bring in their dogs and they're just barking and they're pissed off.
And they're upset and they're peeing and they're doing, and it's just like, oh, we don't need to do that.
Like, just because you want to be here and the weather's nice doesn't mean your dog wants to be here.
Right.
You know?
If you can't leave your dog for like 3 hours or 2 hours,
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you
then I guess don't go out. I don't know. If it's that much of an inconvenience to leave your dog at home.
And like, I don't
know.
understand. Like,
I know that's going to be like I know there are people that are just on that side of that just they just do it and it's normal for them, and they would probably say the same thing to me. I don't understand what you don't understand about it, but it's like I have had a dog and I didn't take my dog places.
same here. Like, I have pets, and as much as I love them, I am still considerate of others, and
Yeah.
I would not want my pet disturbing other people.
Right. Exactly.
Like, it's just like, no, if, like, I get it. I know you want to take your children everywhere too, but like, I feel like there is a certain age and there's certain places where you should and shouldn't take your children.
Yeah.
You know,
I agree.
like, unless there's like no other option, or you just don't want. I mean, I don't know.
But are we not? Do you feel like we're like in this this age of where it's like common sense and what you would consider normal judgment are just sort of up in the air?
There's a very gray area.
Like, yeah, it could be anything. It's just any like, you know, what you and I would sit here and go, well, it's kind of common sense that you wouldn't do that, but people do it, and
Yeah.
you go,
Right.
I'm confused why you think that that's okay to do, but
Yeah, I know. I don't get that. I mean, like, we were out to eat the one day, and you know, like, this smaller family was at this table next to us, and like, they're ordering all this food and drinks, and it's like I swear it was not a newborn, but fairly new, and just crying
All
and
kinda pissed
crying,
off,
and
yeah.
I'm like, and it goes on for a long time.
yeah,
And I think someone had complained because I saw the waiter like go talk to them, and I saw the dad pick up the kid and walk out, and I was just like, you're already out trying to have a dinner, and like, you have that kind of disruption. And like, I get it. I mean, I don't have kids, so I don't fully understand. But at the same time, like, the common sense part of it's like, either
Yeah.
you could have got a babysitter or a family member, or you don't go out, or I don't know.
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. I mean, it depends on the age. It's tough too when they're like a certain age because it's like they are on some kind of a schedule,
Yeah.
eating and pooping and napping and all those things, and then when you take them someplace that they've never, haven't been out or something, and then that kind of throws that all off, and then they get all kind of pissed off.
and it's just kind of
and
like pets. Like, it's out of their control.
right, yeah,
For
right.
both of
You know,
them, you know,
little
it's not their
person
fault.
doesn't know. Like, I can't speak, so I'm just trying to tell you I'm pissed
Yeah,
off.
I'm just existing here.
I'm just not happy with the situation. I'm just letting you know.
Right. Yeah. So now that we've talked about all that, so I kind of wanted to dive into this ice shooting a little bit.
Oh, okay.
If you want to talk about that at all.
Yeah. Yeah. I would like to get
I
your
got some
thoughts
things
on
to
it.
say.
But I want to back up
Okay.
on a something that happened. It's funny how the news cycle works. This was a big deal before Christmas, I think, or around Christmas time. There was a shooting at Brown University.
Yeah, I heard
Okay.
that.
Took them 4 or 5 days to locate this person. I don't know if you
Yeah.
know the whole story, so I'll just
Vaguely,
Okay, so
yeah.
I'll lay a little bit of that. So this shooting happens at Brown University. Several students were killed, I think. I don't remember the exact number. And then, like 2 days after that, there's a shooting in near Boston at MIT. So Boston and Brown's in Providence, Rhode Island. Boston's like an hour, 15 minutes from there. Hour. It says MIT professor gets shot in his home. And they're like, these aren't related. Not related. Come to find out that supposedly the guy that did the shooting at Brown University knew the professor that was shot and killed. Yeah, but they tell us there's no connection. So, but here's the crazy part about how they found the shooter. So there's some homeless dude put something on Reddit about, hey, you should, I'm just reporting this story. It seems odd to me. Got a homeless person. Okay, I got the Reddit account.
Yeah.
Leads them to, hey, you should check out this car that's been sitting in this parking lot for the last 4 days. Because like I'm homeless, but I live here.
So he's observant too.
Right. Paying attention to the fact that this car's been abandoned there for like 4 or 5 days.
Right.
Some storage unit place. FBI, cops show up. The shooter is dead inside the storage unit, committed suicide.
Oh my God.
So
that's crazy.
But it just reminds me, it kind of reminds me that like what happened with the Charlie Kirk thing, right? When that happened, the FBI detained this guy and they're like, we got the guy. Oh, it's not the guy. They did the same thing in this. They detained somebody within hours of it happening. And then
it wasn't the guy.
Not the guy. Mm. And now all of a sudden it's like 2 days later, this other person gets killed. There's no connection. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, there is a connection. And it's like, very bizarre stuff. But
there's been a lot of, it seems like all these things come in waves.
Yes.
Like Rob Reiner and his wife.
Yes.
Getting shot by their son.
Yes. Very, yeah.
Like extremely tragic.
Yeah,
like,
that whole situation.
That'll
be
shocking.
Interesting to see how that whole thing plays out.
Yeah, I know, because I don't know where that's at right now.
Their son's been arraigned. That trial process will take forever, I'm sure. But yeah, so the ICE shooting, I'd like to hear what your thoughts are on it. I'm aware of what happened. I've seen the video. I have an opinion, but
I have a very narrow breakdown of how I feel about it.
Okay.
So, and I'm not going to change anyone's mind because everyone, but for me, going into this, just seeing what happened without reading any context of anyone's opinion, just me and a witness, like seeing what exactly happened, my first reaction, dropping all politics, all ideologies, anything, just narrowing it down to one question: was this self-defense or not? And I think that's a hard question to answer because self-defense isn't always going to be clean.
Right.
And I think in a situation like this where, this woman was not peacefully protesting, she was not exercising her First Amendment rights. She was interfering with a federal situation with the law.
I agree with you 100% on
so
that. She was interfering.
In that moment, she put herself in danger already because, like I said before, she was not exercising her right. It was just like if you were to interfere with like a traffic stop, that is essentially what she was doing. Mm-hmm. And in that moment, in here, I can give her the benefit of the doubt. I'm not taking either side, but she, in this moment, was clearly upset, stressed out over something. And when we get stressed out, our adrenaline rushes. And when your adrenaline rushes, you react. You hit survival mode. There's no like time stopping and like analyzing the situation. You just react,
Right.
And on the same side as the officer, he can't sit there and do a psych analysis on how this woman is going to act in the next few seconds.
Right.
Because if he does, he's dead,
Potentially that could have happened.
Right.
Yes.
Exactly. And being a trained officer in this situation, you're already in horrible conditions. It's snowing, it's icy out. You're in the middle of the street, and this woman's,
And you got other people
that are bystanders,
doing their thing that are adding to the stress of the situation for everybody involved.
Right. And this officer has a fraction of a second to react when a 5,000-pound vehicle is essentially ready to run him over.
Yes.
And in this moment, like going back to the woman, this is when, like, with the way that she's acting and the stress that she's under, that a human can turn something like that into a weapon immediately. Mm-hmm. And, and this goes hand in hand with guns. Mm-hmm. There is nothing about a vehicle that's dangerous until the person operating it turns it into a weapon.
Decision.
Yeah.
Right.
Same thing with a gun.
Correct.
a school shooter only makes a weapon dangerous because of their actions.
Right.
You know,
Right.
I'm going to say it.
That's the truth.
Guns are not dangerous. They are.
They
but,
are.
But you handle them with care and responsibility.
Correct.
And this situation with her, she made her decision, and the cop chose his life. You know, I mean,
That's how you, but that is how they're trained. It's
and not only that, but it's a human reaction too.
correct. Yes.
It's a survival.
Sure.
Like,
Sure. Yeah, I agree.
anyone else, I think, in that situation would react the same way.
I
would hope.
I kind of think you're right. And well, it's reminiscent to me of the, when we had all the, there have been police shootings that have taken place during traffic stops and so on and so forth. And, I have been pulled over by the police before. Okay. Yeah. And where I struggle with these things is when people don't listen to commands that they're given by, in this case, these ICE agents or police. Like, I get it. I understand how there's tension between the police and certain minority communities. I understand that. I get that.
I get it.
Okay. But if an officer's telling you to like shut the car off or put the car in park, why are you not doing that?
Yeah, why are you already not listening?
Why do you think, okay, you got two guys standing there. One's got these guys have weapons pointed at you. Why are you attempting to drive away or run over a person or accidentally hit a person and trying to leave the area when you're being told to just stop?
I don't know where we went wrong in the last few years, maybe decade, where like people act hysterical for no reason.
Right.
Like, if you would just, like, when I get pulled over, if I get pulled over by a cop, which I have a few times, I pull over, I put my car in park, I shut my car off, and I roll my window down, and I sit there.
And I wait till he comes up and tells me what he wants to see.
And that's it. I mean...
you can agree or disagree with why you're being pulled over, okay?
That's fine. That's what the court's for.
There's a process for that. I mean, we can go, I wasn't speeding, or... I mean, I got pulled over for a front license plate violation.
Yeah.
Before, when the state of Ohio required a front and back license plate, I didn't have one on my front of my car. I got pulled over.
Yeah.
I didn't get a citation, but I got pulled over.
You got a warning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't go crazy and be like, listen here, motherfucker. It's my right to, I don't understand that whole, I don't know. I don't understand it. And, I've seen a lot of stuff on social media about people saying, these guys in these situations need to learn how to de-escalate stuff.
Oh my gosh.
And it's like,
they didn't have time to do that.
Sometimes you don't have time to talk it through with somebody.
No.
I'm telling you to stop the vehicle. We both speak the same language here, okay? I don't know what part of that you're having trouble understanding, but I had to tell you more than once to do it, and you're not doing it. Well,
and at that point, the officer in charge is already going to be on the defense/offensive side because he's made commands that you're supposed to follow, and you're not listening.
And you're not listening. And now it's like,
so now they have to be ready to react to a situation.
What are we doing here? No, I mean, you could say, sure, he could have just gotten out of the way and let her drive away.
Maybe
he could have. I don't know. I mean, we don't know what was going through his head or how he felt when that was happening. I know if I'm standing in front of a vehicle and it's moving toward me, I don't care if it's going a mile an hour or 5 miles an hour or 20 miles an hour. You got a decision to make, right? I mean, I don't know. It's crazy. And then, then you got a lot of people that are very upset about that all of this stuff's even going on.
I know. Because it always gets blown out of proportion once it's happened,
Yeah, right.
The internet takes over and it floods everything.
Yep, right.
It spreads like a disease quickly.
And it's like we could sit here and talk about what our opinions are on immigration and how this is happening or whatever. But at the end of the day, what we think about it isn't going to change what's actually going to happen.
No.
I'm a person who believes in legal immigration. I mean, I don't think that that's crazy to say that or far-fetched or silly. That I believe that if you want to come to this country and become a citizen of this country, then follow the law and do it the way that
Just follow the process.
there's a process in place. I'm not, and I'm not going to sit here and say that I think the process is perfect or that it works great or that it's the same for everybody, because it's not. I know that it isn't. That's something that our beautiful politicians have been talking about for 25 years, how to fix it, and haven't fixed the fucking thing.
Right.
So regardless of that, there is a process that you have to follow to do that. If you want to do that, great. If you don't, at the end of the day, the way I look at it is, if you come here illegally, the key word is illegally, you've broken the law.
Yep.
There are consequences for breaking the law. We can disagree with what those consequences might be, but that's why we have laws in place.
And I'm not saying that either party made the right decision either.
Correct.
You know, she very well could have just complied and, de-escalated the situation, but she didn't. And because she was, hysterical, she made a human instinctful decision to do what she did.
Right.
And then, the officer had to make a judgment call, and he did what he did. And even if it was, self-defense, I mean, there's still consequences for that. There's still a process he has to go through.
Yeah, there are going to be
that.
consequences for him for doing what he did. And make no mistake about this. I think that one of the things that gets lost in all of this is you have a human life that's been taken. Don't think that this guy that did this is going to be like that stays with you.
Yeah, he's losing sleep over this. Like,
it's not like he's like, oh well, I did my
killed
job,
someone, whatever.
I shot somebody, I did my job.
No, he's got to deal with the repercussions of that.
He's got to deal with the psychological side of that for the rest of his life.
Right. And none of us know what that feels like.
No.
Except for him and anyone else that's gone through something like that.
But when you hear people that have been in those situations who have done that, doing their job, you hear people tell the stories of what that's like and how that is psychologically. This isn't going to be easy for him to move on in his life having done that.
Yeah, and for all of us that live in America who have family members who have served in our military for the last 100 years since the World Wars, we know, I mean, we don't personally know, but we've seen what these people that are trained to do, what their job is to protect this country, what they go through and what they live with for the rest of their lives, whether it's physically or mentally or both. You know,
how many people have you come across that served in, that are veterans, especially older veterans that served in World War II or Vietnam or something? They don't want to talk about that stuff.
No, they don't. My grandpa to this day
they
does
don't
not
want to talk about
it.
those things.
He was 19 when he went there.
I think that's shifted a little bit with some of the younger veterans, the guys that served in the the global war on terror.
Yeah.
I think you're seeing more folks that are veterans of those situations talking a little bit more openly about the struggles. But it's real.
It is real. And I think the younger, like that generation, it's different war times, it's different consequences. It's, they were introduced to therapy and all that stuff.
Yeah, true.
Whereas like our guys back then, it wasn't quite accessible.
The guys
then.
that are my dad's age,
Yeah.
your grandpa's age, and those people, that wasn't, I mean.
And then like it's almost too late by the time,
right. Those weren't options for them.
Right.
It was like the guys that came back from World War II, it was kind of like, came back and they were heroes, but they, and the economy was booming, things were happening. And I think we just sort of lost sight of those people. Sort of like you're a hero. You served in the war. Okay, cool. Great. Thank you for your service. Then you had the whole Vietnam situation that happened, and all those people that came back were treated very poorly.
Right.
Because it wasn't their fault that they got fucking drafted.
Yeah. Right. Got drafted and lost the war.
Yeah, and had to do horrific things. but then to come back home after it's over or your time is done and to be treated like crap by the people that you live with.
Yeah.
You know, your communities.
I see a lot of those guys every day too.
Yeah. It's sad.
It's really sad. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, back to your point about this particular incident, I think, you know, it's like anything else these days. You know, there's always, and this is the fault of social media, right? I mean, and media in general. It's like there's always going to be two camps.
Always.
It's just, and that's the thing. It's like there's always two camps. It's like here or here, and we can never like sit here and have a conversation and trying to talk through the whole thing together and sort of say, well, I see where you're coming from.
Yeah.
I see your point. And don't get me wrong, I'm not condoning it at all. I mean, I do see how it happened, like how it got to the point where it happened. I'm not saying anybody's right or anybody's wrong. There are things that probably both of those individuals probably could have done differently.
Oh, or done better.
Done better. Yeah.
It's a quick, you know, rash decision. It's a human mistake. It's just like things just happen.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, when you're in that flight or fight mode or adrenaline or
right,
whatever, that survival mode, it's like you just react and that's it. You know, I mean,
and I think that's, I mean, not having had that type of professional training, but I gotta think that despite training, you probably still do that to a certain extent where there's a reaction. It's probably different once you've had experience in those situations and learned how to
like read the
navigate the situation versus hey, I've had all this, you know, training
or this combat experience.
You know, we did all these like walkthroughs and mock this or mock that. This is what you're supposed to do. But I think until you do it or have been in that like a live situation, I'm sure there's like, I think that's just how the brain works, right? I don't know how you.
And I think that's what, like, as humans, like that's the human instinct is something you can't like, you know, no matter how much training or
no, it's like
learning,
it's like an animal,
yeah,
right? I mean, that's what they always say about, you know, animals. It's like, you know, how people talk about dogs or whatever, and it's like, oh, my dog loves kids, he loves kids, and then the kid pulls the dog's tail and never had his tail pulled before and turns around and bites the kid, and it's like, what's wrong with your dog?
That animal instinct is always going to be there,
right? It's an animal, and it's going to react and instinctually,
right?
So you can't predict those things.
No. Yeah, it's one of those things, like, you know, the new year happened and like every it was like, it seemed like every day something was happening, and I was just kind of staying off of it. Like I haven't really been keeping up on much lately.
Yeah,
just been working, watching movies, just doing my thing, and just kind of like stayed away from all the news and the media. But coming to do this episode, I was like, well, at least I know of some things that we're going to talk about because it's just obvious, you know?
Yeah. I mean, that was the thing where I kind of like, I knew enough about it to have an opinion, and it was just kind of like, it was just like, okay, we've been down this road before in similar situations. And I know what I'm going to see out there on social media. It's going to be this side or this side. And it's kind of like, well, okay.
Yeah. This is why, like, even we had band practice on Sunday, and we were just sitting there talking, like, because I only have Facebook now. And then, like, I was talking to Kevin, and he's like, yeah, I deleted Instagram. I don't have this, that. And it's like, we're all talking about how much, like, healthier our lives are mentally just by not, like, scrolling and being dead scroll into, like, just shit that we don't need to read. And doing more things that are more productive, and it's been really good, honestly.
You're 100%.
And I'm only ever like, I use my phone to like listen to podcasts, listen to music, watch YouTube videos, and my YouTube is just flooded with like video games, movies, like space stuff, you know, like whatever. Yeah. It's nothing political. It's anything else that's like, I just don't have that kind of time or energy because at the end of the day, I don't have any control on what's happening in the world. So it's like, I'm just living in it.
Yeah,
know?
and I think we touched on this before. I think taking care of yourself, mentally and physically, is vitally important.
Yeah.
And it's really easy to get off track, especially from the mental aspect, when you get locked into this stuff that happens on social media. And it's like, and I find myself, because of like a lot of the podcasts that I listen to are typically political, socio-political
Yeah.
commentary. And I find myself at times going, do I really need to like listen to 3 hours of this? Like, I mean, okay, great. I get it. I hear where you're coming from. Agree, disagree, whatever. Check the box. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I know what you mean.
But I'm on an interesting episode of Tucker Carlson. Has a guy on it. And they were talking about a lot of political stuff, but this guy has done the ayahuasca thing. Like, I think he said like 9 or 10 times.
Oh, wow.
But so he's on a part of the episode, which is kind of cool. He's like just explaining like his experience with that. It's pretty wild.
I don't know anything about it.
It's pretty wild.
What, like, can you break it down? Like what it is? Like I'm aware of it. I just don't know.
Okay, so it's a plant-based thing.
Right.
They make it into a tea.
Okay, yeah.
So you can go to Mexico, I think, Peru, Brazil, places like that. And you got to have, I think sometimes they refer to this person as shaman or a guide.
Oh, okay.
You got to have somebody with you.
Right.
Because just sort of to prepare you for like what this is going to be like, I guess. This
It's
is
essentially like a major trip, right?
Oh yeah,
Like crazy.
Yeah. It from what I understand, it's crazy. Like this guy was talking about like, and I don't remember how long he said this lasted, but he said in like, you drink the tea and then you go into this like whole like mode where he called it a time loop. Like he said, like I felt like I was asleep. I would wake up and I would be like, where am I? And then I could piece together like where I was, and I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." And then he goes, then I would like went back into this sleep state. And then I'd wake up, and I go, "Where am I?" And then as that progressed, he would remember less and less of how he got there.
Oh man, that's crazy.
And then he was talking about like the one part that was crazy. So this is a guy that grew up really poor, and he was talking about his childhood home, and he goes, as a kid, I absolutely hated this house. He goes, I was embarrassed of my parents' house. And he said, so I'm like on this trip, and he goes, I kept seeing this house, the house that I grew up in. And he goes, I don't understand. Like, I hate that place. I hate it. And he said he had this like moment that he realized that it was like, your parents loved you. They did the best that they could for you. It wasn't about the house. It's what the house represented, and it represented how your family loved you. And it's like he had this moment where he goes, I realized that my whole focus as an adult was on money because of that.
Right.
And he goes, and I always had a good relationship with my dad, but it wasn't as good as it could have been. But he goes, I had this moment when I realized that I had everything, but I didn't appreciate it.
Right. Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, that's what this is about. Like,
yeah.
It was pretty interesting stuff.
Now that you mention it, I just remembered I watched a movie last year that had to do with ayahuasca.
Okay.
The movie Queer.
Okay.
Daniel Craig. And I can't remember the other guys that are in it, but per the title, Daniel Craig plays a gay guy who's in Colombia or Mexico or somewhere. And he just lives down there, single, alone in an apartment. And he's a drinker and he's into younger guys. And he meets this younger guy and like they develop this friendship and all this stuff. And then eventually he's like, because he is addicted to heroin or cocaine or something, I think.
Okay.
But then he goes on this journey with this guy and they end up in this jungle and they meet this lady who's like the shaman.
Yeah.
And they do ayahuasca there. and then they go on this. The third act is like this crazy trip scene, and it's wild. And then like the movie ends a different way. But
I've heard people who have like severe PTSD and addiction problems that have used ayahuasca or other plant-based medicines and ibogaine and stuff like that to like help with that stuff.
I could see that.
But like this guy said, he goes, I'm just going to tell you, he goes, I don't recommend anybody do it.
Yeah, because I'm sure it's terrifying.
He goes, it's a terrible, horrible experience. Because it's like all the worst things in your head that you can cook up are going to come out, like just everything.
Yeah, because like think about in a totally sober mindset, like nothing influencing you.
Yeah.
The things that like, I mean, even myself, the things that you can conjure up in your imagination are so messed up.
Oh, dude.
Even if you don't say it to anyone, like if you just think about some things you've thought about on your own, it's fucked up.
You would, and there's stuff that's gone through my head I wouldn't even want to tell a person I ever thought of.
And then if you're doing something like that, you actually see it,
right?
Or
right.
And who knows how you would act in that scenario?
Well, I guess what it's like, it's from like a physical standpoint, like you can't
move,
you can't do anything.
Okay,
right. But like all this shit is happening, and like you're having visions and you're seeing these things, and it's like you can't.
That sounds terrible.
Like think of like the worst monster chasing you or something, and you're like you can't get away, or you can't fight it, but like this guy was talking about how cleansing it is for cleansing of the mind and like your ability to see things clearer and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying, hey, let's go to Peru and go. I'm not saying that at all. I'm not at all advocating it, but I have heard really positive outcomes down the road. The experience itself is, I guess, just horrific.
But like on the back end.
But on the back end of it, yeah.
That's crazy.
Right.
Yeah, for someone like me who like has like night terrors about giant spiders, I can't even imagine what I would see.
Yeah, right.
I wouldn't want to know.
Exactly. Right.
So,
but to hear this guy talk about like that whole thing about his childhood home and his growing up, and it's like he has this revelation, and it's kind of like that's pretty awesome.
That's pretty cool.
Like pretty cool to like, wait a second, it wasn't about that.
Right.
But when you're a teenager and you're 12 years old or something, I get it. Like he said, he goes, being a kid was like, yes, it was awesome in a lot of ways, but in a lot of ways it was kind of shitty for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And, and I guess you don't realize until you're older that you build walls because of some of those things.
Sure.
Those things help define you, but not always in a positive way.
Right. Because, growing up, like at least at the end of high school, or like right around the end of high school, my dad and I, not that we didn't have a good relationship, but it was like life was tough because of the situation we were all in. Mm-hmm. And we all got kind of separated from that.
Right.
But, so I think I kind of tried to like move on my own, like thinking like I hated that life that I had, that part of my life I didn't like. And I chose the better side of that going forward, and then grew from there.
Yeah.
So like I didn't have any of that influencing me anymore in any negative way or anything. But at the same time, it's like all that time I'd lost, and then I lost my dad so suddenly, So it's kind of like it's a double-edged sword. If I would have just sucked up the worst half of it just to spend more time with him, it might have panned out differently. But you also can't think like that either.
Yeah, exactly, because you don't know. I mean, that's the thing. I think that we all kind of have to. It's hard. It's kind of a hard thing to learn, but it's like you hear people say, "I don't have any regrets," and I think if you live like that, where you regret decisions you made or decisions you didn't make, you're going to be miserable.
Yeah, I don't live like that.
You can't. I don't think you can do that. And so you hear people say, "I don't have any regrets," and you go, and we all do in the back of our head.
It's not essentially that, you know.
We all go, "I wish I would have done this. I wish I wouldn't have done that." But there's a plan.
Yeah,
and it all works the way it's supposed to work.
And for me, it's like any mistake or bad thing that's happened to me has been a lesson learned. And I think
Absolutely.
growing as a person.
Yeah.
So I essentially, not that I don't regret anything, but it's like, I'm glad that it happened, I guess,
Right.
you know?
Yeah. I guess the difference is for me, it's like a regret versus making a bad decision.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a difference. Like,
Yes.
Yeah. I've made bad decisions, and I've also learned not to make those same bad decisions
Yes.
again. That's the learning process. Do I regret making that bad decision? I mean, I made it.
Right.
Nothing, I can't undo it. So you
Yeah.
got to learn from it and not
on.
do it again. You know,
Right.
that kind of stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess I got two other things real quick.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead.
So have you heard about Paramount now has sued Warner Brothers?
Yeah.
You heard about this?
Oh, yeah.
They want full disclosure on what the Netflix offer was.
I know. I don't even know where this whole thing's going to go.
I don't either, but
Seems like we're kind of at a stalemate right now.
it's kind of crazy that that's happening. And the last thing, we talked about this a long time ago, the David guy.
Oh, David. Yeah.
D4VID.
David.
So apparently they're getting very close to indicting him.
Oh, really?
A couple of weeks ago, apparently they found a chainsaw at a rental property of his.
Shit. God damn.
So, yeah, that's the last I had seen on it was that they were closing in on probably indicting him.
Wow. Well, a car that was owned by you and then a chainsaw found doesn't really
Yeah,
set a very
That's
good
not-
stage for you.
right. Doesn't look good.
Doesn't look good at all.
Right.
And having a chopped up girlfriend in your trunk, I mean,
Underage girl,
Jesus.
minor. Yes.
jeez.
So yeah.
Yeah, that's terrible. Last thing I'll say, finished it. Welcome to Derry. Absolutely awesome.
Okay.
And we just started Stranger Things final season.
Oh, okay.
Pretty good.
Haven't started that yet.
I'm not gonna spoil anything, but I am gonna say I think they peaked at season 4. And I think everyone's gonna feel differently, but for me personally, because it's 2026, this show is 10 years old now. Isn't that crazy?
Wow. Is it really? Yeah, it is.
Or it's about 10.
almost
It's close.
10. Yeah, it's almost 10.
It's basically a decade old.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, look at the kids. They're in their 20s now.
right.
And it just feels like, I don't know. Maybe it's just because we waited so long to get it. We're on like episode 3 or 4, and I'm like, all right.
You're like,
I'm
ready
ready
for it to
I'm
be
ready
over?
to be over. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not that it's bad. It's just, I think we could have been done already.
Do you
know?
think, and I won't drag this on too long, but, and this is I'm asking this question because it's how I feel, and I haven't seen the new season, but do you feel like they were, because of the time that went by between 4 and 5, that they were trying to hit a home run here by doing this like longer episodes and trying to make it this whole theatrical thing?
Yeah.
Like, were they like compensating to try to give fans something to kind of make up for that?
I think so. And I think they're just falling a little short because I haven't had anything spoiled for me, but from like friends, what I've seen online and stuff, it's like, it was pretty good. And then everyone's like, but it just kind of fell short. Like it just wasn't the best thing. And then I saw a lot of people said Welcome to Derry was greater than Stranger Things. And I'm just like, oh, here we go. But because like in a way, it's essentially the same story, like almost.
Yeah, it kind
like,
of is.
because of
Yeah,
how
it kind
the
of
whole
is.
thing goes, and like the time period and everything too.
Right. Yeah.
But
Kinda
both
like-
great shows all together, though.
Kind of like Game of Thrones season 8. So
Oh, I don't want to keep dragging this on, but that new season, that new show, the trailer looked so bad.
I'm gonna give it I'm
gonna give it a
the Night of
watch.
the Seven Kingdoms.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a watch. I know House of the Dragon is coming back this summer. Mm-hmm. My understanding is there will be one more season of that.
One more.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw the trailer for this Night of the Seven Kingdoms
Looks
too.
like a CW show.
Yeah, it does look a little. I'll give it
I'm not gonna shoot it down just yet.
No, I will watch a couple of episodes just to see what it feels like.
Yeah, I'll feel it out for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But I'm with you. The look of it is
yeah.
like,
Immediately, like from like, because that's like you're a trailer guy. That's
am.
a yes or no usually for you.
Typically, and
when I watched the first like 30 seconds, I was like, wow, this looks bad.
Yeah.
And this is like the budget for the show's probably stupid too.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Right. And there's supposedly going to be all kinds of spin-offs and prequels and all these things that are going to happen out of this. I don't know. I don't know where that.
Man.
It's just like these. You know, we've talked about this on here with the Walking Dead stuff and how that just went on and on and all. This went in this direction and that direction, and it's like same thing that they did with Yellowstone, and then now it's the Game of Thrones thing is kind of looking the same way.
I'm not going to do it on this episode, but I'm going to save this for the next time we get on here. But I'm going to say what it is, and then we'll talk about it next time.
Okay.
In 2026, in the full year, we have 29 sequels and prequels and remakes of movies coming out. 29 of some IP.
Yeah.
Whether it's a sequel, a remake, or a prequel. I mean, holy shit, guys. And this is why Anemone and Train Dreams just like fly under the radar because we got all this.
Right, because everything's got to be the big budget.
God,
and
damn.
Yeah.
I saw that and I was like, that's just
That is
ridiculous.
nuts.
That's too many.
Way too many.
God.
Way too many.
And then like Netflix with them, like if they ever get on the whole Warner Brothers train, because they want to be included in the Oscar season.
Yep.
It's like, and they got all these movies listed that they're got in production. It's just crazy.
Yeah. I know.
But anyway.
Yeah. All right. Well, you want to
close it up here?
take us out?
All right. Well, once again, thanks for listening, tuning in. It's Happy New Year. Just if you need a new podcast to listen to this year, share this with your friends and family. Check us out on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Music, Amazon. Share us with your friends. Comment, subscribe,
comment.
Do all the things to help the show.
Yeah, there you go.
We need your help this year because we got to grow this thing.
Yep.
And we'll keep bringing you content as quickly as we can, and maybe some more guests this year. So
yeah.
But anyway, thanks again, and we will catch you next time.